Okay, so this is going to be our last example. This is going to cover 4, 5, and 6. There's going to be 3 of these. And this is just going to be a straightforward graph the function. It will be a square root function. So remember what we saw in the last one. It's going to start at a point and it's going to go off in a direction one way or the other, and it's going to think of it like half of a parabola. If you cut off half of a parabola, what would it look like? It would look like that. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. So, but you have to make your table. It's not going to make your table for you. You have to make your table. So you're going to do things that we've talked about. Remember, this is square roots. So remember, you can't have a negative. You cannot start with a negative under there. And this one's going to be a little bit easier because only the x is under the radical, not the x plus 2. So that makes it even easier. So you don't start with -1. And remember, I told you to always start with 0. Start with a number that gets you close to 0. So that's what I'm going to start with for my x. So I'm going to put my first x is 0. So now I need to work that out though. That doesn't mean that answer is 0. I have to put that in to that function, and then you work it out. Well, the square root of 0 is 0, and then 0 times -2 is 0, so this one's going to equal 2. So now go to 1, and remember, you want to stick with perfect squares, especially since x is the only thing under the radical. Just do all perfect squares. So let's do 1. And by the way, the directions on this problem, they want you to find 4 points. Remember when we always did in chapter 4, when we did the parabolas, they made you find 5 points because you had to find the vertex and then 4 other points. This one, you just got to find 4 points. So 1, I'm going to put 1 in to my function. Okay, so the square root of 1 is 1, and then 1 times -2 is -2, and then -2 plus 2, 0. Okay, next perfect square after 1 is 4. So you're going to put that in, 4 plus 2. So now we've got the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times -2 is -4 plus 2, which is -2. So then last one, next perfect square up is 9. So put your 9 in to that function. So then square root of 9 is 3. 3 times -2 is -6. -6 plus 2, -4, sorry, put -2, or -3, -4. -6 plus 2 is -4. All right, so you've got your points. Now, in your ALEKS program, you're going to plot them. You hit where it looks like a graph, hit that button, and then you'll put all your points in, and then you'll hit the button that connects the lines. That's how you'll graph it on ALEKS. But this is how this one should look, roughly. And remember, I'm freehanding mine, so mine won't be perfect. So 0 and then up 2 starts there. And then 1, 0 goes here. 4, -2. So 4, -2 right there. 5, 6, 7, 8, about ran out of line, and then -4. And so what this one's going to do is going to curve like this. Remember I told you, these look like, and it's going to keep going. So imagine if I turn my graph this way, think of this like the vertex of a parabola, and then it goes out. That's half of a parabola. That's what a square root function graph looks like. All right, so remember, this problem will be like what you see on numbers 4, 5, and 6. And that concludes the examples for lesson 6.3.